The Last Horseman is a new and unique musical with a big array of cinematic effects like never seen before in a theater play. The horse was represented by a holographic projection, as known Pepper's ghost effect. We filmed the horse was then later keyed and was projected as a real-size horse interacting with the actors on the scene on stage.
The hardest part on it is of course, the holography. It's the way we had to develop all this mechanism to make it go down and up during the play, and it's not just that. It's just to have the ability of communicate the director that we want to make the holography an important part of the play. It's difficult to manage rocky solid effects with this organic kind of type thing, and you can feel the difference. We have a sandstorm which is so solid, it's covering the whole background, and then we have like a total different effect which is isolated and looks like kind of like I don't know how to say, like strains moving, floating, and something like that. It's kind of like a jellyfish.
The design of all the effects were done here in Madrid. We teamed also up with a 3D team also here in Spain, with director and VFX supervisor Andrés Vicente Gómez from Germany, and also with the post house Scanline from Munich.
At the first sight, you underestimate the complexity of the picture. The station looks like a design by Gustave Eiffel or Maurice Coquelin. It was definitely not easy to find expressive material from that century to rebuild Cairo station in detail. Compositing layers like smoke and dust, which are extremely necessary for the ambient of the picture, we shot these layers as real stock footage. Now, what's left are only the special effect filters for the final compositing to get the picture we are looking for. The harbor. The result must be a fluent animation without disturbing error for the viewer. The physical attributes of a water are not so easy to produce. Each wave is different, that means no matching point at all, especially for a loop. Don't forget, we have many collision objects in the water. That means if we are changing the speed or the size of an object in the scene, it will be affecting all the other objects.
We traveled several times with the creative team and the production team to Saudi Arabia, to Riyadh and also to Jeddah. Actually, we filmed the horse, the main character, in a farm, a Khaladiya farm close to Riyadh, in front of a very big, large green screen, 30 by 6 meters green screen, to achieve the effect to use the horse once keyed on the projection of the hologram.
The projection setup was meant to be panoramic to make it fit better with the stage. So we decided to use 3 projectors on the rear part that were covering the whole surface of the arches. We also have the projector for the Sartre ghost in the front of stage, the hologram one, and another one which was a little one that has the cinematographer effects on it, and like in a piece of hardware during the play.
The map. Now it comes to one of the heaviest animation sequences in terms of animation length and different locations. It was very important that the historical facts were absolutely true and proved, because this was the base we had to work with. The journey starts from Cairo, Alexandria, then by boat to Trieste, cross the Alps, past Paris, take the Orient Express to Calais, and finally take the boat passage to London.
It started all about 2 years ago. We were hired by Andrés Vicente Gómez, the Spanish film producer, to create a presentation for Prince Faisal from Saudi Arabia, somehow to convince the investors of the use of holography in a theater play. It was very difficult because I think it's very easy, if you use all this technology, to get into a style of projections that look very modern and that look very unique, but that somehow are very, very far away from the Victorian style of this play. So it was very complicated to achieve the quality of the effects and the style of the effects by maintaining a style that somehow looks old-fashioned. I think that was the biggest challenge for us in the production of the visuals of The Last Horseman. Well, I think we did pretty well in the short time we had to produce this. As I said before, we produced everything in less than a year and a half. And it's pretty hard to, if you don't have the time to train together with the actors, with the director, with the set designer, to use and to implement this complemented technology as the holographic projection into the play and also as an artistic element that you can use over the 2 hours.